Happy Wellness Wednesday, everyone. On a Thursday, I'm a day late. Yesterday was such a Monday, and it was another icy day. Wednesday snow days are starting to be a real trend. Speaking of trending, there is a lot of stuff trending right now about the Oscars. It's pretty much taken over my Facebook feed. And while I'm not glad the incident happened, I am glad to see there is conversation happening about the incident, around anger and around how problematic it can be. Anger in itself is not a bad emotion. It's not a wrong emotion. And being angry or getting angry doesn't make you a bad person. It's a feeling we all have. You may know anger from the Inside Out movie.
Ever wonder why you feel the way you do? Well, get to know your emotions. When things go wrong, anger is there. This is anger. He will make sure the world knows anger is in control. But what you really need to watch out for is when he's out of control. Get to know all your emotions with...
It's part of our alarm system. Anger is our amygdala's way of saying, whoa, this is not cool. I don't like this. Something is very wrong. Or as sometimes happens when we stub our toe on the bed, it can also be attached to, ouch, that hurt. And boy, are there lots of things that can make us angry, like that bed we just stubbed our toe on, or if we feel insulted or wronged or misunderstood or disrespected. But it's what we do with our anger that is so important. On Sunday, we saw anger get out of control, and that can happen to all of us. It's part of being human. In fact, it happens so much. There are so many sayings attached to it. I looked it up. The online thesaurus says there are 73 different ways of saying losing your temper. And one of them is actually flew off the handle, which is really funny because I'm like, when am I ever on a handle and how does one fly off of it? But there's things like they lost their cool, they got bent out of shape, they snapped, they flipped their lid, they blew a fuse. But part of losing one's control is about learning how to get back to cool. Just like there are 73 ways to describe it, there are 73 different ways of managing it. And not all of them are helpful ways. In our fan club script about managing anger, we refer to anger as a hot potato. No one likes to be angry. It's uncomfortable. It gets in the way of my zen. So when we feel it, our first reaction is sometimes to pass it on to somebody else. Hey, I don't want that anger, so I pass it on to you. And you're like, hey, it's not my anger. I don't want it. And it gets passed on again, and so on and so on. But there are lots of helpful ways of managing it, as many as there are people. There are things like doing jumping jacks. You can go for a run, walk it out. I'm a big fan of the iron lung, getting outside, stepping onto the track, taking a huge breath, and then running as fast and as far as you can till you run out of steam and air. I love pillow screaming, taking a huge breath, screaming into a pillow, then taking another deep breath when you're done. Some people like to take a boxing and a punching bag. Some people cry when they're angry. That is so me. I am such a messy crier when I am angry. Some people clench their fists. And if you do it with all your muscles, like your butt cheeks and your toes and your ears and your knees, and count to 10, and then let it go. Some people do box breathing or their finger breathing. And never should managing our anger include our fists. Our wits are way more powerful than our fists any day. If you haven't seen our fan club script, Hot Potato, WIT stands for walk away, ignore the names, just shake them off, talk to the person who made you angry if you feel safe, and always tell someone about how you are feeling. And that can sometimes go hand in hand with an apology. If our anger gets away from us and we can't catch it in time, it's so important to take responsibility for that, to step forward and say, hey, that was not my finest moment. I overreacted and I'm really sorry. On Monday, Will Smith put forth an apology saying, hey, I'm a work in progress. Hey, Will, me too. We all are. So this week, we'd like to hear what your go-tos are for when you're angry, the helpful and the not so helpful. And if you want to try out some new things, where might you look? You guessed it, the kidshelpphone.ca, how to cope with feeling angry. And they have the Vent It baseball game. Here, I'm not so great at it, but let's see if we can do it. I did it! You'll probably do better than me. So check it out. In the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you all back here on Wednesday.